The first hole is fairly short and has a wide fairway. Be careful, you have out of bounds left and a lake on the right. This hole is definitely reachable in two, but just over the green is water, so don't be long. The hole placement on the right side of the green can be difficult to navigate, and the best play may be to the middle of the green. Take aim and get 1 or 2 strokes back. Number 2 is our 5 handicap hole and our signature hole, which is 239 yards from the back tees. The hole has trouble up front, both sides, and long is out of bounds. If that's not enough to get your heart rate up, it's directly into the prevailing southern winds. Be confident and have fun. This par 5 is another opportunity to pick up a lost stroke. From the back tee, you'll have a 200-yard carry to get over the water, and if you push your drive, you might end up in a lateral hazard. So it's best to stay a little down the left on your drive. There are bunkers right and left, about midway down the fairway, and if you hit 2 good shots, they shouldn't be a problem. The green is guarded on the left and right by sand bunkers. This par 3 is picturesque and is the second par 3 on the front. The front of the green slopes back. The last quarter of the putting surface slopes down and away from the tee. If your tee shot lands just over the slope in the putting surface, you may find yourself chipping out of the trees behind the green. The 5th hole is a slight dogleg to the right. The hole seems innocent, but trying to drive it down near the green brings a lot of trouble into play. Abundant vegetation lines the right side of the fairway as you encounter a nature preserve. A quiet and secluded green awaits you, sheltered by a cove of trees. Just take note of the thoughtfully placed sand bunker. This hole provides even the long hitters a real challenge. It's wide open, but trouble does lurk. Standing on the back tee, you'll have a lake to carry your first shot. It's about a 220-yard carry to the right and 275-yard carry if you go to the left. Your second shot will need to navigate between water on your right, and if you're long enough, you might reach water on the left. You have a pretty generous landing area, but you'll need to be aware of the water right and left. Your third shot will be a short iron into a shallow green, front to back, but fairly wide. Golfers will want to guard going long and make sure your shot stays on the same side as the pin. This is the hardest hole and a number 1 handicap hole on the course, and there are plenty of reasons for that distinction. The tee shot is very intimidating, and you'll need to focus on the fairway and not all the potential trouble you're facing. You have a significant carry to get over the water, and if you push or pull the shot, you'll have water right and nature preserve on the left. An ideal drive would be aimed at the fairway bunker with a slight right to left curve. This green tilts back to front, so if you can hit a high shot into the green, you shouldn't have much trouble holding the putting surface. When you reach the 8th hole, congratulations, as you have reached your first breather. Of course the hole has water right and out of bounds left. You'll have a generous landing area between the fairway bunkers left and right, and the prevailing wind will be helping. From the landing area, you'll have about 140 to 160 yards to the green. This shot is uphill, so take a little extra club. If you avoid the fairway bunkers, you should have a good chance for a birdie putt. The 9th hole is a par 3 that plays 195 yards. Typically, you'll have the wind at your back, and you'll be hitting to the north. This hole has a false front, so it may play longer than it looks. There are sand bunkers right and left, so don't leave yourself with a long bunker shot. You'll be starting the back 9 with a short par 4 that might tempt you to pull out your driver. Be careful, you might be able to drive this green, but you also may find yourself in a lot of trouble. The fairway has water down the right with 2 sand bunkers nestled between the first lake, then the second lake you can't see from the tee. This green slopes up from front to back, allowing you to go for the pin. The 11th hole is a dogleg left and one of the most scenic holes on the course. It's a short hole, but has a very intimidating visual tee shot. You'll be looking down a funnel for your tee shot to the fairway, which makes it look like a really tight landing area. Once you're in the fairway, you'll have a short iron into the green. The green is protected by a sand bunker on the left front. This is a good par 3 that has a canal in front, but only a very short or pulled shot will find the canal. This hole is one you don't want to be long since the Eagle's Nest area is close behind the green. Play your shot a little to the right side of the green, eliminating the mounds and canal to the right. The 13th is a par 5 that has another intimidating tee shot. Most players will have to keep their ball short of the canal that runs across the fairway. If you want to attack the hole, drive across the canal, but make sure you're mindful of the out of bounds running down the right side of the hole. Your second shot is decision time. You need to decide if it's worth to risk the go for the green. Our recommendation is to pick the yardage you want to approach the green from and choose the appropriate club to leave your second shot at that distance. The green is protected by sand bunkers. The 14th is a slight dogleg right that requires a carry over canal with your drive. You can take two different approaches to your drive. You can hit a little fade and follow the dogleg, or you can take it over the trees with a little draw into the fairway. Either way, be careful, because if you don't fade it or overhook it, you'll find water running from the canal to the green on the left side of the hole. Once you've found the fairway, you'll most likely have a short iron into the green. You don't want to be long since it's out of bounds just beyond the green. The green slopes down from right to left and has a bunker behind the green and left. The 15th is another tough driving hole that has a large ficus tree just past the canal running across the fairway. You have out of bounds running down the left side. The best tee shot is a little draw towards the fairway sand bunker on the right and turning it just past the ficus tree. The green has water to the right and a sand bunker between the green and the water on the right. Your second shot will be a short iron into the green. Good chance for a birdie if you've been able to stay out of trouble with your tee shot. This is a short hole, but the green is surrounded by water on three sides. The front and both sides of the green slope to the water, so if you're going to make a mistake, make it long. It's a beautiful hole, and enjoy the view. The 17th is a par 4 with a canal running across the fairway about 175 yards out. You can carry the canal with your tee shot, and you'll find a small landing area on the other side of the canal. If you don't want to risk a penalty shot, hitting a middle iron short of the canal is the best approach, setting up your second shot to the green. You have water left of the green and a sand bunker to the right. See the shot you want to play into the green and trust your swing. This is a short par 4 dogleg right, which if you play it right, you have a chance of getting a stroke back. The right side of the fairway has several sand bunkers. The best way to come into the green is from the left side of the fairway, since you won't be able to see the green on the right side. Be aware of the pin placement because this can be a tough green to putt. Good luck, and let's hope you've gone low.